Kampala, we are here live on the Errand podcast, and I want to appreciate every single person who turned up on Valentine's Day at Bruno's Cave. You guys, it was so massive. A former tech teacher, but for exposing music through social media.
On our screen of the Errand podcast tonight, I'm having our own, the biggest export we have in Nalonda right about now. This is a nominee from High People Hour 2022 for regional song. That's Abekuri.
Yo, what's up? I'm for teaching all our viewers, my name is Elton Loverboy, and I'm so excited to be on this show tonight as we break down a lot of things for the industry. And I'm so grateful for the work that this brother of mine is doing for the industry. We appreciate our former time.
Our Errand podcast. To everyone watching us right now, welcome about the Errand podcast. This is an entertainment brand. We're interacting with more business brands, and any other person who is involved, we interact, we engage, so that our audience as well, you interact with them. That's none other than Elton Loverboy. Like a lot of way to Elton Yaran introduction and teach parametric big other part weirdo new to Iwa. So Elton Loverboy, itinerary.
Wow.
So you want to like dedication pa Errand group or very kami ukarini au ya matendo mapodi kibina and they lack these platforms the most they lack the support the most and dana mabe unki kawakero big mind wanani ubin sharing ideas mu ku viewers dikara dana kauya mkene matendo mapodi kitie penye today Elton is this and this and this there are these things he has been through at least pushing us kawone team one area nyingi tie dini ukole betingo pingo market industry man so Elton Loverboy kawone waneno kide mwaneno lebetie kodo industry man mapolo betimeli changes madongo kibe bill mathindo then social media gig model what is your response to the current social media like these flames for social media kide mwaneno betimeli kudo social media
one thing social media is a platform where man is free to share his own ideas. However, if you're a social media user, your ideas can either affect the other side positively or negatively. Not everybody is able to handle the social media pressures and the bullies here and there.
Yeah.
So, what are you aware there? Well, you're going once ingi, but what automatically you could tell me which you kumi.
Yeah.
One of bloggers the image you put of us on social media and your duty is to protect our image, not to destroy it.
So our Wachako all manyen or for so far Becca projects Mokogi Becca TV like Oruma NDA Plana method mitie kuliwa like kanitembwa kwalo atamkana ni orumka develop for live band experience in AB and here and there. It was our first experience and I know maybe there are so many things you encountered in the process and this year what is your plan?
This year we team already Valentine's Okado. And it was very successful. I'm talking for fans for a check. And man muti mukare bare kabino Valentine's was supporting one. Charles Superior Music Entertainment chuma yo. This year kendo wabichitingo live band mwa ile bikupaida. Wabichi communicating dates very soon.
Wow. So this year Charles Superior Music Entertainment became a live band experience and it can be kupaida. Then still talking about last year, when you are trying to dig deep into your music, collaborations, mostly then singles like
last year my only single was most of them were collabs.
What was the reason behind it?
Sometimes it's good to collaborate.
Yeah, man.
Especially when you see the Nigerian music industry, for example, where a very cool remix, they believe in collaboration because I tap into your audience and I tap into my audience. I am not always going to be the best guy who does things alone. I need those for another person's fans to get to know my music. That's the main reason why I collaborate. I look at collaboration as a tool to be consistent.
Then talking about collaborations, and indeed most of your collaborations last year, something people are enjoying them up to now. And I think you are one guy in Mokuma where like capturing some good audience, and you know you are like an eye of the industry. You are kind of pull. People tend to count on you a lot. You mentioned to me in one artist, you know, and there was sometimes I had some interaction with my conjo friend, a guy from Kasese. You know, it was just something very random. I was like, man, do you know any artist from our side? I was like, from which side? From West Nile, maybe, or like any? I was like, I have Elton Loverboy. I have Ramsey. I was, how come this guy knows Ramsey? And this is Ramsey. That was the marketing but Kumbe is having his own audience somewhere. And I was so surprised. This guy could sing like Ramsey, like Kopume, Kama Ramsey, no, Jim Dokaluno, and they So music has no language. So still we are on your collaboration with one remix by Kuma Udon Popular and Madame Paul Gibeka Geronyo. You are not popular, you are going to work on some fresh pop project Kuma remix. Are you guys having something in the pipeline? If not soon, maybe in the nearby future?
For now, the project that we have, we have to work on the music video. And the mix, then maybe we can see if we can create time. Don Popular is a very good artist, and actually there is something about this new generation artists that is different from our time. The boys are really powerful, they are good, and I know the music industry is going to a good direction.
Question here at Jure Matendo Gibebino, and of course we having these guys, they are coming, and some moving on, hey, this guy is getting Kubob on the and you are pulling on the structure and now here, structure and in giving it along at Muri to Gwen Lair. No, Sabeka Binavina, with the Dana Makibeka and the dinner age, and you to go sometimes I knew I will my very music. Paramaka can make anything that I really.
Paramakachape, no, some could hear the Loin advice Makacha calling at like Wagner, you have to keep the we are all big people. We all know that the music industry is not just for the fun, but it's for the money and it's for the good time. So number one is discipline. You people, you need to check out your discipline. And when you're disciplined, you attract everything that you need in this life. Kaiting at my juki, at my language negi, important my boy. Kaiting at my language pay me, my war negingo, my juki go in Mamonia opportunities my boy will be. So let's build positive character. That's the only way we can achieve big dreams.
So of course you guys are having the platforms, the little platforms you have in that one is you are holding at Mokope, Maramkabin, congesting and so they could discipline Kenoma legend one and can wait you but Kuwaro, and then you have a proper strategy for your own self. So Elton Loverboy Omera, you know, if we are to discuss, you can discuss here the whole night, like, you know, we have a lot to talk about, but not to consume much of your time as well, you know, and in you know, no one can approach you when begin facing marketing strategies and the proper idea they could get established into this industry. And then by that, you begin relying on certain new bookings like how you guys survive, because you remember they are relying on money like bookings.
You know, one thing in this life, what I've learned is you cannot only do one thing to survive kind of country, unless that one thing is really paying you money. So entrepreneurship, we are very into my political side gigs. Take salon, take music studio, take maybe a border business, we as a boutique. Yeah, because not every time you're going to be booked. Not every time people want to go out. Then I want to seasons, we can be. So, you can have a better language, but if you feel like you can do something now, you're very bad in a lot of color. You're very hard to organized.
So music itself, music today kulakamukuma tech marriage and the
season
and some of the tour mandai come tour by iningati mende kanika when take go in I would you. So in Giri Chalajara, all these years, there has been ups and downs, but still you've been like withstanding them all. How are you able to cope up with each and everything in this industry? And the job is very dear. How are you able to cope up let me say the overall situation in the multi industry sometimes?
One thing about me is I always make sure I have a good team around me. I don't need a lot of people, but I need a few people around me. So in Harmonia, sometimes I don't handle every of my business. So instead of me going to get trouble somewhere, someone is going to handle
that one.
So I am building a team that establishes media and events. We have so far done 2 successful events. That is maybe nightlife and the Valentine's event. So in this team, we understand social media management and how to handle
critics and also
the bullies and all that. So in most cases, we know it is just the showbiz. Yes.
So when you're talking about established media, this is one thing I personally value so much, being someone who likes media things, because I've been seeing a lot of efforts from these young boys, the city big up, bro. Shout out on yourself, big up on yourself, bro. Shout out to you all. Romic, you guys are incredible, that is the one marketing skill Mokuma Daruma Puri Gingeongo, but there is that charge for Mokuchi zone, and charge and you Marco
generation for example, park uyezo ngati setting pingu kuma interview interview Facebook itano wana para 2011 by midnight I'm out online so development but each year and we are grateful for that.
And talking about these things they really add a lot of depth into the industry, and of course on our platform of the Errand podcast, we dedicate this to our industry, and each and every artist down there, we are open to work with you all guys together, as we look forward to building our own industry. But we are doing it because we love the game, we love the game, and at least we have some little knowledge that we can at least put out and people can feel it. So that little knowledge that we have, at least we cannot keep it to ourselves. And of course, shout out to each and everyone, each and every individual outside there, each and every content creator who is investing his own time, time, energy, and money into these things. One day it will pay off, and if our industry wins, we all win. Right now, if you push Elton Loverboy, he wins any big award. Industry mwazo, kama injiri, kama award charge winning here. So Obeka Timasu Pinigi, sometimes at the moment, I want to even notice our peri, and there's nothing you are getting out of it. But of course we have to do it because Warango Kachaka Mahalo, Kama Ido Prince. So this is the foundation, we started from the foundation. And trust me, in Rachel and Loverboy, the next time you come on the Errand podcast, you will find the whole setups change. And that's one thing I'm promising you. And I remember, I know you one guy, you are one person who knows this game so much. Many they don't understand this game. When you talk about all these kind of online things, I remember one time you are with Hello to the World, and of course, you know, that's one guy who has been consistent for 1.5 years something, and he has been doing, and he has been done in his thing, and you know, and also there is that improvement. When we see that improvement coming, one channel comrades, right, the same people in the game, at least our bro is also progressive, you know. The support he deserves from us, we should be giving him all that, and of course, trauma very here and there, but still. And if one person really to win a giro that just know that challenges too, challenges you are wasting your money, you are going places, time and energy, you know, it is not easy. So that marketing opinion they are really investing a lot, and of course one day everything money. It starts from now, and one day it will be somewhere very far. And the other one, give an opinion, but let's talk about the Daily Fix podcast. That is one thing Madam like industry. Consistency is the that is consistency, not something that people should not take for granted. I remember some years back, 5 years ago, when we were on set, you know, he was telling you guys, man, you know, this thing is not easy today. I'm hiring things this side, the next time the other side, you know. It is always ups and downs. So those people like Mass Manners, Marguerite, you know, we give them the shout outs and the credits they deserve, you know. They have opened like eyes of many people, and of course they have done a lot to the industry. Though sometimes, you know, you cannot come and sing it that I've done a lot, but and also even if you come and sing it, some people will not feel it that you have done a lot, you know. And it's only that few people who understand that this guy tried, you know, he tried. And of course, we are talking a lot of music. So, Elton Loverboy, let's do this challenge. Audio, video.
Both.
Alright, YouTube, Spotify.
Spotify.
Wow, single collabo. Performance or massive views? And
performance.
Oh. Alright, when you talk about that challenge, I really like that challenge so much. You know, it opens like, I once challenged one guy with that challenge, and the guy ran from the second. What is this guy asking me about? What is this guy asking me about? So, what you know, when you come for any interview, sometimes like
surprises.
There are surprises, and you personally, as a guest, you need to be that composed. You know, you cannot like understand each and everything that someone is going to interview you about. And you just have more like interview more like the platforms who can interview sometimes you go break. So shout out to everyone who have been our fan, you know, like the Errand podcast. We are pushing to the next level, and of course your support to us matters a lot. We are across all social media platforms. We are on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and of course YouTube. You can follow, subscribe to our channel, you know. Let's get the industry going, you know. Your support matters a lot, you know. So Elton Loverboy. So this year is a very promising year so far. Like in Kutimpe, like Team Service Media, you're having a very incredible team. So this year we're expecting a lot from you. Is there anything like you are planning to surprise us with, or maybe you want to keep it for yourself, then the surprise comes with you? To a surprise,
Actually, I have so many plans, but the specific one is no longer a surprise. I've been posting already about my EP that is coming. Then after the EP, I'm already working on my album. The EP is ready. Andre is mixing it. And then another producer is going to master it. The EP is moving through 3 different countries, mixing and mastering. And then the album is already set. The album we might drop it early next year.
When we're talking about EPs and albums, Elton Loverboy is one name. And of course, this is not from me. This is from the industry. Everyone knows this and says it. When it comes to marketing and selling of EP, nobody does it better than Elton Loverboy. And of course, that is the waste of time and all that, you know. But this thing, we need to get advanced, like so you go according to the change, and if you don't change, you catch up with you catch up with the technology. We are in the era whereby those days you find like on TikTok, catching a video on TikTok, we're like, hey, now what is this one doing? Hey, they're making now.
Now everyone wants to be on TikTok.
Now everyone wants to be at least. So everyone wants to be on TikTok right now. I remember there was some video I did way back in 2022 on my first TikTok account. And that TikTok was like, that TikTok, you know, it was like a video Mokuma saw, like trying to jump on any other challenge. And you know where the video reached? The video reached village people, you know, everyone was, hey, now what is this you're doing? What is this you're doing, you know? So sometimes we get discouraged by people around us for certain things we are doing. But if you're having a valid dreams and you know what you are doing, there is nothing that will come and discourage you. And to anyone outside there, you know, this is my piece of advice to you. Do not get discouraged by any little thing you're facing around here and there, you know. You are destined to greatness, and of course you cannot bow down to criticisms if you are really destined to greatness. So everyone outside there, pick up your tools, you know, create those contents, do the needful, you know. Like Elton Loverboy here, so many trauma maybe like the guy has been going through, but he managed to stay relevant because the heart that God has given him is the heart of a winner man, and of course that has been keeping him like moving forward. So Elton Loverboy, yo, I there is one thing I felt so much, you know, like how you are driving the crowd crazy, you know, from this year to another year. I'm talking about your performance in Arua. Oh, that performance, man, you know, that is something like me personally, I felt it so much, you know.
Arua, there's something about Arua. Arua, I was so surprised. It was more than the fourth time that I was in Arua. Last year we were there. It was a mashup.
Yeah.
We also went to Moody University. It was a mashup. We went to Bill. It was a mashup. So I think I have a collaboration with Elton.
That
is running Arua right
now.
Man. And very soon we are going to drop the project. The goal is to extend the music beyond.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This is the art of a winner man. You know, you always pray for greatness. You know, can't be a winner man, but you always be a winner man. And greatness is that one thing you always look up to. You know,
Sure.
So I was so much impressed. You know, driving crowd from this year to the next year, and people are chanting. You know, they're singing your song. You know, sometimes like Jaraway. This is one thing. I'm not Jaraway, but I do feel that pain. Like if you are singing for a very cold crowd. There's that praise that comes up like
so at least the crowd should be cold, but crowd no longer going.
That reminds me of my experience in 2017. I was very, very young boy like this, and I was hired to do an MC at a church in where you know those ends, you can't keep them out down the road. So I was picked up and I was on the stage, you know, people are seeing this young boy is making noise. I work with a chap with a little video by that time. So that story has always been in my heart, and I've always kept it, you know. It was my experience in the industry. I would always need to tell that story because it was the one thing that pained me so much. You know, being very young and trying to control a crowd, almost 8 minutes of your parents. And you happen to face that experience. Can you imagine So that's how the game has been. It has not been easy, you know, and it always takes time. Yeah. So it always takes time to come up. So we are about to wind up. with the Errand podcast. You know, it has been fun and pleasure having our own Elton Loverboy. So, bro, when you grant our request to feature on this podcast, you know, it means the whole world for us. You know, like so many people, they have been like you could approach them. You know, you get those. You be feeling that.
So the tight schedules.
Yes, man, the tight schedules, and of course,
try to message the rec. But you know, this is for our own good. Actually, I would rather leave every other thing I'm doing.
You know, some people you send them a message, be like, how many followers are you having? How strong is your YouTube? Like, God. More. So, thank you so much for honoring our request to be on the Errand podcast. It means the whole world to us. know. And you are really interested in seeing growth in the industry.
For sure.
You don't know how many people might give it up to Errand podcast having Elton tonight, you know. So that one is one thing that our industry, you know, gurus, they should look up to. You know, you give, you know, sometimes like there are events, you know, Colin Kuta will come up with like those brief interviews. You give them those time. He's telling both of you, not him alone, you know. Give them those time and we deserve it all. So peace and love to you all, everyone who have been here with us, you know. I don't know, but what's your last word for the viewers and everyone there?
Kampala, we are here live on the Errand podcast, and I want to appreciate every single person who turned up on Valentine's Day at Bruno's Cave. You guys, it was so massive. A former tech teacher, but for exposing music through social media. Cameraman, we cannot see you, but big up on yourself.
See you next time.
See you next time.
See you in the summer edition. Yeah.